Hey, welcome to Strategically Styled. My name is Lisa. I'm a woman over 50, and this channel is dedicated to helping you achieve your style goals. And to that end, today we're going to be talking about thrifting. I'm going to be showing you what I thrifted in February, and I'm going to be doing my most ambitious outfit recreation to date. You don't want to miss that. But before we get into that, I will ask, as I always do, if you are new here and you like the video at any point, at any time, I appreciate it if you click the thumbs up and like the video. It really does help my channel. Appreciate it. Click the subscribe button and join our community. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content is uploaded, typically Sunday afternoons, but around here, you never know. And also feel free to comment down below, say hi, love to hear from you. And now let's get into it. So this year, for anyone who's new here, started this little campaign / challenge to myself that my OOTDs for these videos are going to be influenced by influencers who influence and inspire me. And today our influencer is none other than Beth Jones at B Jones Style. Now Beth, now people think I thrift a lot, but Beth, she is in these thrifted streets like nobody's business. And she has this wonderful series called Thrift Like a Stylist and Thrifting the Runways, where she recreates high fashion looks using thrift store finds. Her motto is always play dress up, which I fully support. You can find her in all the usual places, which I will link down below. And in terms of Beth's style, she is not this or that. She's very much a maximalist, and the reason for that is because she has she has many moods in terms of her fashion, that she can be vintage or western or glamorous, very feminine or menswear inspired. She's just doing all the things. So a while ago, maybe about a year ago or so, I was watching one of Beth's videos, menswear inspired looks. And she had this one, and she pulled out this sweater with llamas on it. And I have a sweater with llamas on it. Technically, it belongs to the husband. About, 35-ish years ago, before we were married, he was visiting me at my parents' house, and he left it. And I've kind of had it ever since, and I wonder sometimes, did he just marry me with the hopes of getting his sweater back? I don't know. So far, I'm still holding out. But anyway, so we have a similar sweater. She has styled hers with a pair of army pants, an ivory top, the llama sweater, a scarf, and over that is layered a plaid coat. She's wearing brown Doc Martens, and of course, this hat. So that is how Beth is wearing her llama sweater. So I'm going to do something a little similar. I'm starting with a cable knit sweater that I recently thrifted, and before anybody says anything, I know I'm on the brink of like a 12-step program for people who buy too many beige sweaters. But let me make my case. I know I said it was on my no-buy list to stop buying beige sweaters. I didn't specifically have one that was cable knit though. You see that? Cable knit. So I'm wearing this thrifted sweater that I got from Goodwill with my green Forever 21 cargo pants, some thrifted old brown boots, the llama sweater, and I do not have a plaid coat, not even going to front about it, but I do have this 3/4 length wool coat that I got, and I'm giving myself bonus points because it is thrifted, so Beth would approve. And this hat is from the husband, and so that is how a similar way I might style my llama sweater, close to like what Beth is doing. But now let's talk about this ambitious outfit. Alright, a while back in the fall of 2023, Beth shared a look on IG, and I was so smitten with it. I mean, it looks like a Ralph Lauren ad. And she's wearing a sweater skirt over a petticoat and some kind of brown boots, a brown coat, and of course this brown cowboy or cowgirl hat. And here she is in this field of flowers, not a field of flowers, but this field of something looking very Western. And I was so influenced by Beth's look that I actually did something which I rarely ever do, but I went online and I said, I am going to find myself a sweater skirt. And I did. I found mine on eBay, so it is thrifted online. And that is, let me see, if you follow my channel, you've probably seen it before. And I showed it to you in the fall when I got it, and it's got the fringe, it's got the llamas, it's doing the things. So, I don't have a petticoat. I don't have a coat like hers. I don't have a cowboy hat. What else don't I have? And I don't even have an overgrown field, because right now in February, today, in the great state of Ohio, what I do have is snow, and plenty of it. So we'll be right here in the Lisa Lounge with the heat on, doing what we need to do. So I need you to put on your imaginative lenses, because when you're recreating outfits, sometimes you're not going to be able to recreate everything. This is my disclaimer. You're not going to be able to recreate every component of the outfit. So you have to consider the color, the cut of the outfit, the composition, the textures of the fabric, and maybe you're not going to be able to hit all three. Having said that, I have this blue, I guess I'll call it a prairie dress, and I'll put in a picture, and I got this from Cracker Barrel. It was on clearance for $25 while I was waiting for my table. This was probably last spring. And so this is going to be my petticoat. But here's the thing. When I layer the sweater skirt over the dress, it just wasn't full enough or long enough or giving enough. So what I decided to do was to lower the dress and wear it more like a skirt, and then just put a different top on, hence the denim shirt that you see me wearing now. So that is what I did, and I put on a little belt just to secure the dress. There's little buttons at the top, so it probably wouldn't go anywhere, but it also keeps the sleeves tucked in so that they're not flapping about. But because of the way I'm layering this, you're not going to see all that fullness. So I've got on brown boots, I've got on my Cracker Barrel dress, got on my denim shirt, and I have on my sweater skirt over top of that. And then because we're going with blue instead of brown as our contrast color, I got this blue blazer, which I thrifted in New Jersey over the summer, maybe, I don't know, a while back. And just to add a little extra something, I have decided to cape my denim jacket over my shoulders, and my hat is courtesy of the husband as well. This is where I'm getting all my hats today, and it is this navy blue fedora, and it's got a little red and gold feather there in the side of the brim. Now, because I also have this ginormous bun on the top of my head, I can't do but so much with this hat, but this is the hat. So that is my interpretation of this fabulous look from Beth Jones at B Jones Style. Comment down below, let me know, what do you think? And shout out to Beth, and a big thank you for allowing us to use her content and fangirl over her looks here on the channel. So now let's get into what I thrifted in the month of February. So the base outfit for what you're going to be seeing for most of these things is I got these men's pants. They are 100% wool, and the quality and the drape, you just don't find that shopping for women's clothing. It's just not a thing for some reason. We get rayon, we get polyester, we get all the things, but 100% wool pants. And I thrifted these from a Goodwill outside of Pittsburgh for $2.50. I wear a US size 6 in pants if we're doing like more vanity sizing, but if you're trying to be for real and you're not playing, I probably wear a size 8 in most of my pants. I will write it on the screen somewhere what size these pants are. I don't remember. I know the waist is 32, but what the inseam is, and it's so much simpler buying men's pants. You just need 2 measurements. What's the waist? What's your inseam? You're done. As opposed to trying to guess, is a 6 a 6, or is it a 4, or is it an 8? What's really going on? So that is the base outfit that I am wearing. So I got 4 jackets, and this first one, it is this. Now this one I got from down at the place for $1, and it is moss green in color. I don't know if that's showing up here, and it has like this faux fur lining, and I just really like the fit, and so I am showing you that, wearing it with the same old black pants. So that is the first jacket. The second jacket is this red blazer. It's a little oversized, and I got that from Goodwill as well, a local Goodwill, and pretty basic, just a red jacket. What I like is that the sleeves, you can roll them up, but you can also unroll them. They're not that permanent 3/4 length that doesn't give you that flexibility. So that's a win. And I got this tweed jacket, this nice kind of a lady jacket with the fringe on it, and it's very elegant and very posh. So I got that also from the local Goodwill store. And then from my other Goodwill store, which is my favorite Goodwill outside of Pittsburgh, I got this moto jacket, which has kind of this denim fabric, canvas color denim fabric on the sleeves, and then the bodice is black faux leather. So I will show you that. And those are the jackets that I thrifted in the month of February. Moving on, pants. So I ended up with, I believe, 4 pairs of Ann Taylor pants. All of them were $4.99. I think they were probably all donated at the same time by the same person, and they are all fabulous. And all of them, the waistband needs to be altered. So let me show you with these brown pinstripe pants. They're so well constructed. They're fully lined. The waist, as I mentioned, is too big, and as a result, it makes them droop too much. So I'm going to quickly style them by just adding a belt, just for propriety's sake, and I'm going to add some heels, because with me, my preferred pant length is to have them so that they kind of almost cover my whole foot, but just don't touch the ground. And with a pair of heels and the heel just peeking out, that's kind of my vibe. And so that is. So next, I have a navy blue pants, and while I recently thrifted some navy blue pants back in the fall from Talbot's, they're more of a straight leg fit, and these have that wide leg, which again is my preferred pant look. And that's something I've really had to learn about myself and about my personal style, because for a long time I'd be very frustrated with wearing pants to the point where I pretty much stopped wearing them because I would put them on and for some reason they just never fit right. But what I've learned for my frame and for my aesthetic is that I like wide leg pants, and either they need to be clearly cropped or they need to be very long. So one extreme or the other. And when they're just in between, I just don't like them as much. Now sometimes, depending on what I'm wearing it with, it makes sense to have just normal length pants, but I really prefer this wide leg that kind of almost consumes the shoe. So I also got a pair in gray, and showing you here with the gray pant and the same shirt. and I'm wearing those with an ankle boot from JCPenney. And you can see the fullness in the waist there, how I have it cinched with the belt, but seeing on the side with the length, that little puddle almost at the bottom, that's kind of my vibe. And then I also found these gray tweed pants, and again, these are not as long as the others, and I'm wearing these with these burgundy slingbacks, and that is that with these Ann Taylor pants. Also, getting back to the men's department, I found these men's tuxedo pants that have like the satin stripe down the side. The waist is a perfect fit, and also it has adjustable little buckle things on the side. So if I have it now probably in as small as it will go, but if it happened to enlarge my territory, I had a little bit of wiggle room. The length, though, is a little too long for me with this style of pants, so I am going to have those hemmed. But those are my tuxedo pants, and child, if I had gone and found the whole tuxedo, the jacket with the tails, but alas, it was not meant to be, so just the pants. But it's possible, if I look up this particular brand, I could find somewhere online a thrifted version of the jacket that goes with the pants. And then I can do all the things. So that is that. And of course I have the aforementioned cable knit sweater, which we've already discussed. And finally, I got this rust colored, or maybe it's copper colored skirt, and it's kind of like this canvas material, and it's a wrap skirt, and I'm wearing it with this blue and white striped Breton top, that because I love a blue and white striped shirt. And let me say something about this skirt. When I went to this Goodwill, and this was the Goodwill outside of Pittsburgh, in the section for this size, they had 6 of these skirts identical there, because what happens with a lot of thrift stores is a lot of regular stores, when they have inventory that they're not selling, what they'll do is they'll donate it to a thrift store and get the little write-off. But the rule is the thrift store is required to remove any tags that have it associated with the store where it came from. So I don't know what store donated these, but basically this is a brand new skirt, and then there were 5 others that I left behind just like it. And yeah, so you just don't know. You just don't know until you go and thrift. So anyway, that is what I have thrifted for the month of February 2024 collectively. And I know normally I shout out the different prices, but I just wasn't that organized today, and I didn't do it. So, but collectively I spent just under $80 for all of the things. Tonight I am going to school. I know, it feels like every Saturday I'm going to the school. So tonight I am going to the school because there is a 90s theme dance for the kids. And these kids, they weren't even alive in the 90s. So I might need to go over there and just give them a look and show them how it's done. But then I'm kind of tired, but maybe I'll just keep on what I'm wearing with my sweater skirt layered over my Cracker Barrel dress skirt, and kids be like, "Oh, Mrs. Foster, is that what you wore in the 90s?" Like, yes, that's exactly what we were doing in these 1990s streets. But we'll see what the end will be with that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and until we meet again, I hope your day is blessed and stylish.